Hello everyone, this is Mpumelelo Langa. I want us to go through the mock exam paper 3, which is from the association. So what we want to achieve here is to go through the paper, since most of our colleagues have been trying to find out how to do most of the things in this paper, mainly on the website authoring. So I'd want us to go through the website authoring first and finish everything, and then we are going to do the data analysis later. So as I said, we are going to be doing the website authoring. So let us just scroll straight to the website authoring of this paper. So website authoring is task 3 in our paper. So let's simply begin our paper so that we can try to finish in time. You work for a company called Hot House Design. You are going to create a new website for a client called the Relaxing Holiday Company. So this website must open in any browser with any screen resolution. The homepage will have 3 separate tables and it is going to look like this here. So what we're seeing here is that there are going to be 3 tables: table 1, table number 2, and also the third table here. So our page should have 3 tables. So let's begin our instructions. So here we need to create a folder called mock.html and locate and store these files in the folder. So here are the files. So for the sake of time, I have already created the folder here. Here is the folder. So it has got all our files. Okay, I also have this question paper, the one that I'm using here, but all the files are here. So let us just continue with our instructions and see what we need to do next. So instruction number 18 says, using a suitable software package, create a new web page called M0. So let me just copy the file name here. So we just need to create this web page here, and then we're going to attach the style sheet. So what we're going to do is we'll go to the folder. Here is the folder with all our. So here we are going to open a new application. We are using Microsoft Web Expression 4. So let's just open the Microsoft Web Expression 4. Microsoft Web Expression is a platform for creating websites. It is they refer to it in our book as a what you see is what you get application. So here is our web expression here. So what we are going to do is we are going to just save the web page and giving it the file name that has been given to us. So we'll click on File, Save As, and then we should save it inside the folder they gave to us. So here I'll just paste the file name. Because this is a web page, it's going to be we do not need to include the extension. So the save as type, so long as it's web pages, it's going to make it to be an HTML web page. So we are going to say save, and we are going to be able to see here that we've created the web page. So what we're going to do next is on the same instruction here, they said we need to simply attach this style sheet to the web page. So we'll attach M017 styles 1.css. So what we do here is we'll go to this section, we click on attach, we click on browse, and then we will browse the style they want us to attach, which is this one here. We click on the style and then we say open, and then the name of the style is going to be on the URL here, and then we simply say okay. So we've attached the style. Once we've attached the style, you can be able to see the style on this section. So here is our style that has been attached. So let us continue with the instructions. Instruction number 19 says create the top table using the contents of M0417 top. So we need to create the top table using the contents of this file here. So how are we going to do that? We need to bring the table to this code here. So where are we going to be having our table? It should be in the body section. So let's go and open the table. So we need to insert the contents of this table here. Here is the table that we need to take and insert on that or create in the web page. So what we can do here is we can open this using any text editor. It could be the Notepad. You can also use the Microsoft Word Expression. It's the same thing. The only thing that we want to do here is we want to copy this code here. So let me just say Control A to copy everything. I'll right click and say copy, because I want to insert the contents of that table or of that file as a table in this web page. So I know that everything that I want to have in my web page, it should be between the body tags. So I have just pasted everything in this section. So on my design, I can be able to see that yes, here is the table that I've inserted. So here is the table. So let's see the next instruction. We have done this one here. And then let's go to instruction number 20. Instruction number 20 says we need to set the table width to 100% of the width of the window. Setting the width of the table to 100% of the width of the window. This means that we need to make the table to fill 100% of the browser window. So what we can do here is we can go to the table properties. We need to go to the table properties. So just select the whole table at the top left corner, and then you right click and go to table properties. So once we're in table properties, we can be able to see that these are the settings of the table. So we need to specify the width, and we want to make it to be 100, and it should be in percentages, and then we say okay, and you can be able to see that the table is going to fill the page there. So let's see the next instruction. So we're done with instruction number 20. Number 21 says replace the text candidate name center number and candidate number with your name center number. So what we need to do here is we can change this from this side. So okay, I think there was a mistake here because it says candidate name center number and candidate number again. So let's see what should be here. It should be center number, or it should be candidate name, candidate number, and the center number, those three details. So candidate name, say name, name. So that is my candidate number, and then my center number, I'll say this one is SZ 000, and then my candidate number, it's going to be 0000. So I've done that instruction. It was going to be now affected in the code. Let's go to the next instruction. And then number 22 says create the middle table with 3 rows and 2 columns as shown in the diagram on the previous page. So this one should have 3 rows and 2 columns. So how are we going to place this table? Let's see the table on the previous page. Yes, it has got the weekly table has got 3 rows and 2 columns, 3 rows and 2 columns, and we can be able to see that there is some row spanning there. There is a row spanning of 3. There is a row span of 3. So what we need to do is we will create the table. We'll create the table. It's going to be between this one here. So you just place your cursor just below the table, and then you go to table, table, create, insert table, and then here we said we are going to have 3 rows and 2 columns. And then here for now, let's see if we do have an instruction for okay, number 23, we can combine that with 22, set the table width of the media table to 90% of the width of the window. So this one has to be 90%. So we specify the width, you make it to be. And okay, another thing they said, we need to make sure that the table you set the table okay, align the weekly table with the center of the window. So you can align the table here to be at the center. So you can align the table there to be at the center as it's showing here. And then we also saw that here we have a row span of 3. So what we're going to do here is we'll just match the cells. Row spanning, column spanning means the cells have been matched. So here we just highlight, and then we match the cells. And in the code, this is the row span I was talking about, a row span of 3 here. But then because we are using this application, you just highlight and match the cells. So that is the instruction. And then instruction number 24, place the image M0417 harbor in the left cell of the middle table. In the left cell of the middle table, M0417 harbor. So we click here, we say insert a picture from file, and then here we go to, we need to locate the folder with the images, which is this one here, M0417 harbor, which is this one here. We say insert. Each and every time we're inserting an image, please make sure that you type in the alternate text. So I have my alternate text, and here is my image. I'll go to the next instruction. Number 25. Use the contents of the file M017 text to place the following text as style H3 in the middle table. So M017 text. So let's go and open that one. M017 text is this one here. We need to place this. Let's see how we place the text. We offer holidays to suit your we can make dreams come true in the top right cell. So this line here should go to the top right of the cell. So we will copy, and here this is going to go to the top right of the cell. So we just paste it, and then the other one, I place the text, let us arrange your holiday for you. This one should be in the middle right of the cell. So this text here, we highlight the text, and then we copy the text, we place it immediately right, which is this one here, and then the other one, place the texts, combine our service with superb value for money in the bottom right. So we also copy this text here, we right click and copy, and then we are going to place it in this cell here. So let us see what's next in our question paper. And then we need to create the bottom table using the contents. Oh, sorry, there is something we missed here. All this stuff should be in style H3 here. Everything should be in style H3. So what I'm going to do here is, let us just highlight everything that we want to make to be in style H3. And then we need to find style H3, which is this one here. So we are done with that one. And then the next item on the question paper, which is number 26, create the bottom table using the contents of 017 bottom. We are going to set it to be 100% of the width of the window. So what we are going to do here is we want to place this. So we right click and say open with a notepad. We copy everything. Let's copy everything, and then we are going to place this just below the table here. But then because we have the code, we have a code here, so we'll need to go to the code and paste. So once you have pasted, when you go to the design view, you'll find that yes, indeed, you do have your table here. So let us see what is going to be next. Okay, it should be 100% of the width of the window. Let's set that before we do the anchor. So this table here, you also need to go to the top left corner of the table. You right click, you go to table properties, and then you specify the width. You make it to be 100%, and then you say okay. All right, so let's save changes. We move on to the next instruction, and then now replace the text. Replace the text. Place anchor here with an anchor called snow zone, and then this anchor must not be visible on the web page. How do we place an anchor? We place an anchor by placing a bookmark. We will need to place a bookmark just here where we have the text place anchor here. So how are we going to make sure that we have our bookmark there? We can just right click here and say insert a bookmark. Can just right click and say we need to insert. Yes, you go to insert and then you insert a bookmark. So here is your bookmark. The bookmark they said it should be snow zone. So here is snow zone. We can also see that we do have another bookmark called start. So we name this one as a snow zone. So we say okay, and then let's go to the code to remove or to replace the text. Place anchor here. So if we want to go straight to the text, you can highlight the text here so that you can go just straight to the text on the code. So you'll be able to see that okay, here is the text. So let's remove this text here. So what we're going to leave is going to be the anchor. So here is our anchor. We have named it and it's okay like that. And then let's see the next instruction, what it says. Okay. And then create a hyperlink from the word snow in the top table to the anchor that we have created. So now when we click on the word snow, it should take us to the anchor that we have just created. So on the top table, so here is the word snow. So we need to make this word to be a hyperlink to that anchor that we have created. So you highlight the word, you say insert, and now we are creating a hyperlink, and then this hyperlink should be going to a place in this document, and then we want it to go to snow zone. So we highlight the snow zone, and then we say okay, and we have created the hyperlink. We can be able to see it in the code. Here is the hyperlink here. It has been created. So let us go on to the next section. Number 29, make only the words. Click here a hyperlink to the anchor called start. Make only the words. Click here a hyperlink to the anchor called start. So let's locate here are the words. Click here. So we need to make these words to be a link to the anchor that has already been created for us. So we say hyperlink. We go to place in this document, and then we select the link start. So we then say okay, and then we have created this hyperlink here. When you go to the code, here is the hyperlink to the word start here. So here is the design, and then let's go to the next section. Replace the word sun. Replace the word sun in the bottom table with an image of the sun. So in the bottom table, we need to replace the word sun with the image of the sun. So you can just highlight the and go to insert picture from file, and then we need to find the image of the sun. So here, in order for us to be able to see the image that they want, you should make sure that your view is the correct view here. So you can change the views so that you can be able to see the preview of the picture. So here is the image of the sun. We say insert. We type alternate text. We say sun image, and then we say okay. So there is the image of the sun. Let's see the next section. Replace the word sea in the bottom with an appropriate image. That is to say, we need to find an image of the sea. So here we highlight again. We go to insert a picture from file, and then we need to find the image of the sea. So which one is the sea here? This is the sea. So we say insert, and then once we are here, we can say sea image as our alternate text. We say okay, there is the image of the sea. And then the next instruction, okay, 32 and 33 says we replace the word send with an appropriate image and also contact us with that appropriate image. So let's do 32 and 33 together. So we'll get to here, send. We highlight, we say insert a picture from file, and then we need to find the image of the send. So here it's the send on the images. We say insert a alternate text send image, and then we say okay, and then also contact us. We'll need to find an appropriate image for this one. You highlight, you say insert a picture from file, and then we contact us. It's going to be this one here. Insert contact us, contact us image as our alternate text. So here is the 4 images there. So we are in instruction number 34 now. Instruction number 34 says set the width of each of the images placed in steps 30 to 33 to 160 pixels wide. So from the sun image to the one for contact us, we need to make it to be 160 pixels wide, maintaining the aspect ratio. So what we're going to do here is we want to set all these pictures here and make the width to be 160 pixels. So we'll right click and say picture properties. For this one, you go to appearance, you make the width to be 160, maintaining aspect ratio. So here you'll make sure that you have the tick and keep aspect ratio. You say okay, you move to the other one, picture properties, appearance. Okay, this one is okay, it's 160. So this one here, we right click, we go to picture properties. We also make it to be 160 pixels with the aspect ratio maintained. So you say okay. Let's see if this one needs to be readjusted or it's okay. So go to appearance, this one is okay. So let's just say okay there. And let us see the next instruction. So create a 35, create a hyperlink from the image placed in step 31 to point to the file, this one here, M0417C, which should open in a new window called C. So in step number 31, we have placed the image of the C. So when we click on the image of C, it should open this web page in a new window called C. So how do we do that? We go to the image of the C, which is this one here. We right click on the image, you go to hyperlink. Okay, in this case, because we want to open a web page, we'll go to existing file or web page, you click on it, and then in this folder we need to locate the file we want to open when we click on that image. So it's this one here, M0417C. Okay, once we've selected it, they've said we should make sure that it's going to open in a new window called C. So go to target frame and then the target setting. Okay, you need to start with this section here. We want it to open in a new window. So you click on new window and then the target setting should be the one that is given to us, which is C. So you select new window here and then you select new window and then you type, or you will have your target setting to be C as it has been given to you, and then you say okay, and then you also say okay here. So that has been done. So you can also be able to see it on this section here. So that has been done. So now let us move on to the next section. So here in number 36, we create a email address here. So when you click on contact us, it should send an email to this site. So how do we do that? We need to right click and say we are creating a hyperlink here, and then this one is for sending an email address. So we have the email address. So here is the email address. We then say okay, and then it has been also done. And then now we are going to move on to the next section. So the next section here in our question paper, we attach the style M0417 style 2 to this web page. So let us attach the style. So here we say attach. We browse the style. After browsing, we are going to get to the style. We click on it. We then say open. And we should also note that what will happen here is the style that has been attached last or later will have a higher priority than any style that has been in the web page before. So this one that I've applied now will have a higher priority because it has been applied last. So let's go to step number 38. Number 38, place into the appropriate section of the correct web development layer metadata to define the character set to this one here. Okay, metadata. It's any data that is going to be used by the web page, but it's not going to be displayed anywhere in the web page. So where do we put that in the web page? We are going to go to the code. We place that in the head section of the web development layer. So it should be in the head section. So let us just place it just below. So metadata has got a tag that is a meta. So you open the angle bracket, you say meta, and then to define a character set. So this one is going to be char set. Okay, the spelling should be correct. CHAR set. So it's the character set that is going to be, we then say equal, and then inside the brackets we need to put in the character set that has been given to us, which is UTF 8. So UTF 8, and then we are done with the metadata. So here is going to be the metadata for defining the character set to UTF-8. So it's going to be like this. It's going to be in the head section, and there is nowhere where it's going to be displayed in your web page. So it's going to be used by the web page. And then instruction number 39, you take a copy of the HTML source and place this in your evidence document. Okay, this instruction there here needs us to have the evidence document, but I didn't do evidence documents. But then what you need to do is you need to just go to the code, say Control A, you copy, right click and say copy, and then you'll go and paste this in your evidence document, in the correct section of the evidence document where they want you to paste it. Otherwise, I think it's not a difficult instruction to do. And then here you need to save the web page display. Okay, this one can also be easily done. So here is our web page. It has been completed. So if we can preview this in a browser, so let me just say preview in browser. I'll use my Chrome here, and then we are going to see how it shows in a browser. So here is my web page in a browser. So it's showing like this. Here are my my tables. I'm having 3 of them, and then my links are also working just fine. When I click on this one here, click here to return to top of the page. When I click on this one, it's active. When I click on this one here, it takes me to the image that I want. If I can click on this one, it shows just here that this image has got a link to send an email to. That email on the bottom left corner there. So this is all I had for you in this video of creating the web page of our paper 3. So please subscribe on our page for the association, so that we can be able to do more on this YouTube channel. Okay, thank you very much for listening to this presentation. I'm hoping that this is going to help us as we prepare for our final exams. Thank you so much.